As you know, the last question we always ask is, what's the one thing we're not talking about that we should be?
Gyno-fascism.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me. 6283 Talk. I'm John Soto. This is SotoCast. We're going to take a look at this Adam Corolla trigonometry duel. They do their last question, which is kind of interesting, and I kind of wanted you guys to listen to see what Adam Corolla has running around in his head right now. Very interesting little topic here. Let's take a look.
I figured you'd make that look. It's something I've been thinking about a lot over the last 20 years. We need more women in positions of power. We need more women making the calls and calling the shots. We need a woman president. We need a woman prime minister. We need more feminine presence, everywhere. And LA is mostly women city council. We have a female mayor, and we don't get anything done. And I started to really think about there's a difference between the male brain and the female brain. And the male brain wants to do stuff go, go, go. If you want to know the difference between the male brain and the female brain, Karen Bass and Donald Trump got together 3 days after the fires. And Donald Trump was like, let's get going, move, clean up those lots. Let's get building. And she was like, slow it down, slow it down. She is a process person, and women are more likely to be process people. They talk, they want to talk it out, they want to work, they want to have a meeting, and they want to break off and have another meeting, and then we put together a blue ribbon panel. And so in LA, we have a homeless problem. And the homeless problem keeps getting worse every year, but we keep having more conversations and more panels and more groups, but it's mostly women, and nothing ever gets enacted. And we are heading toward a society that used to be men, testosterone. And by the way, I'm not making this up. You're going to see more articles and stuff coming out that the feminine mind is different, and the feminine mind is also satiated by actually discussing the thing. So if we're sitting here and you're going, we should take this and move this wall and do a thing, the feminine mind actually feels like we did something, whereas the male mind is like, we haven't done anything. We just keep talking about this thing that we're not doing, and it's frustrating versus satiating. So the feminization is causing a huge shift in our culture. We just got crushed by COVID, especially in Los Angeles, because we had a female health director. And by the way, men can be stricken with this. Gavin Newsom's a pussy, and Eric Garcetti, our former mayor. Justin Trudeau thinks like a chick. Mm-hmm. You can tell, watch them cross their legs. Watch Obama and Trudeau and Newsom. When they cross their legs, it's a full chick. And they're signaling, they're presenting. They're going, I have chick dick. So it's a thing. It's happening. It's going to happen. And it will fuck up our society, because if something like COVID comes around, their plan is nobody leaves their house, shut all the schools. I'm done here. That's not how do we work. How do we deal with the danger? Dealing with the danger is shut down. Barbara Ferrer, the health, whatever, crazy witch who ran this town, her plan was just shut it down. Rochelle Walensky, CDC, just no, nothing. Just shut it all down. And by the way, lie if you have to keep it shut down. So there is a gyno-fascism that's sort of coming, and it was a lot of years of well, if we just had women in charge, we wouldn't have wars, we wouldn't have crime, we'd have a better society. People would, no, it is not. Los Angeles is basically run by women and is run into the ground. And there's a problem. There's going to continue to be a problem, and we'll see it growing. You'll see more articles on it. There'll be more tests on it, and there'll be less, oh, Adam is just spouting off because he's a misogynist. No, it's a mindset. It's a female mindset and a male mindset, and it's skewing toward the female, and our society is going to suffer.
So that's something that I didn't really think about. The fact that, and it's obviously very true, once you see something, you can't unsee it. When he says that women are satiated by just the discussion, I mean, it's just amazing how, I never thought about that. It's obviously extremely true. And, and you can see, if you ever worked, in a corporate world and stuff like that, and they have team meetings and all these things like that, that really, it's a very feminine way of running things. It's similar to schools, right? The schools are a prime example of this, where that's pretty much all you do is talk about the things. I mean, granted, you're learning stuff, so that's a little bit different. So you are actually getting some value, you would hope, out of the process. But when it comes to the work environment, yeah, meeting on top of meeting on top of meeting, just do the thing. Just do the thing. What has to get done? This, all right, let's do it. Let's just start doing it. When you're going to start a new hobby or whatever, you don't spend the time I mean, depending upon the hobby, I guess, but I'm not going to chart it all out and plan it all out. I'm going to start doing it, and I'm going to F up, and I'm going to make mistakes along the way. But as I go, I will gain experience, and then the task will ultimately get accomplished. And that's what we need. We need things to get done. We have to stop talking about all this shit. And that's the big problem that we're going to have is also not just, the females in general, but the feminization of men that now have this bug, this virus of talking about things ad nauseum and not getting anything done. I usually, I don't like sitting down for very long doing really anything. Kind of drives me a little bit crazy. So I just want to I always keep moving, keep doing things, just find something else to do. And in the event that I don't have something to do, then I'll fiddle with something. Open up something electrical and try to fix it, or go into the shop and start planing down wood just to for another project that I don't even know that I have. Just busy work. Men need busy work. They have to stay busy. And the problem is because maybe it's because women now have a lot more degrees. They're a lot more accredited, and that puts them into a lot more managerial positions than the grunts, right? Than the men that are doing stuff. So that they're more likely to be in the managerial role because of their accreditation, and maybe that's what's stagnating everything right now, and we're kind of grinding our gears. I think the segment might be over, but let's see if they finish up. Guys, if you're still here, please hit the subscribe button. That's all I ask for. That does me a lot of good. For all those new subscribers, thank you guys so much. If you want to share this, that's cool too.
There was a lady who wrote a viral article about this called Helen Andrews.
Yeah.
I take it you read it.
I did, because everyone sent it to me,
Right.
because I went, this is what you've been saying for 20 years, and we're here. We're going here. And you go, oh, Adam, you're such a douche, knuckle dragging misogynist. No, women are writing articles on this. There is a difference between men and women, and there's a balance, and it's a good balance. It's a husband and a wife and a child and a home. When you skew it too far the other direction, the feminine direction, there's going to be consequences. That's going to be our future.
Well, she's coming on the show soon, so we'll explore that with
Yeah.
her as well. Adam, awesome to have you
Hold
on.
on, is she hot?
I don't know. I haven't.
Find out.
You've put me really on the spot there. Because that's a question.
Well, tell her I'm a fan, because I'm pretty, I'm not a scholar. And I read every page of her article, and I was like, she's dead nuts on.
There you go. Helen, Adam is a big fan, and we're big fans of yours, Adam. Thanks.
Well, we got to take a look at that article and see if we can do it on the next video. But yeah, it is very, very true, and it's a product of, like I said, it's a product of the school systems. The fact that we don't elevate working with our hands as much. Hopefully we're getting out of that and getting back into some more a normal state where everyone that has a usefulness to them, whether they be plumbers, carpenters, electricians, like that is something that should be put on a pedestal at this point. And not administrators. We don't need more administrators. We don't need more social workers. We don't need more, it's just, we have to get away from this stuff. Like we have to, not that nobody can do it, but the fact that we say that it's something that's more beneficial to society than actually making something is a problem. Like in the end, if the product that you have supplied society isn't tangible, I guess, I don't know, how is that better than how's being a philosopher better than being a carpenter? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think it's pretty obvious to the average man that you just build a house, and a philosopher can spend his entire life, doing whatever he does. And I mean, maybe his mind will be right, but what did he actually do? How did he help society? Maybe he did. Maybe he helped people along the way, but I just think that we need to elevate those of us that are getting the job done. And for those of you out there getting the job done, thank you. And thank you for watching. Please, 6283 Talk on the X is the X account if you want to follow me there. I'm John Soto. See you again in the next video. Take care, guys.